All right, I'm going to talk about 5 worries I have for Elder Scrolls 6. What is supposedly going to be Elder Scrolls 6 Redfall. I believe it's in Hammerfell. I could be wrong, but that's the whole consensus around the community, I believe. Anyway, number one is going to be variety of environments. From what I could tell, it's going to be a very, very desert-looking area. And just to kind of get this out of the way, lots of people are worried about the graphics and stuff like that. It doesn't seem like the graphics are going to be bad in the slightest. It looks like it's going to be a good-looking game. Probably not like great. But this will come out in, probably 4 or 5 years from this point. But it is using something called, I believe, photogrammetry. I believe that's what it's called, where they scan real life, structures and environments and stuff like that, and they put it inside of the game, which is pretty awesome. I believe they actually have that in Unreal Engine 4. They have a bunch of assets that are from photogrammetry, if that's how you say it. I was just looking at it the other day, and I'm like, this looks incredible. Unreal Engine 4 looks you can make some really good shit out of that. Obviously they're using the creation engine, but they are using photogrammetry and they are using um, a like a kind of they scan bodies on NPCs. So the NPCs should look a lot better than they have before Oblivion. And they should look a lot better. If we were to kind of judge it off of the 25-year Elder Scrolls anniversary video with them kind of showing off some tech they're doing right now, that'd be nice. Now, photogrammetry isn't exactly new. I believe Star Wars Battlefront did that. I believe. And there's been some other games that did that too. I think The Witcher 3 did that. I could be wrong, but The Witcher 3, if they did not do that, that's gonna be impressive because that game looks so realistic. Like the actual I know it's not like as good of looking as like Battlefield 5 or whatever, but like the environment itself looks incredibly realistic in that game. So I'd be surprised if they didn't actually use that. Anyway, number two is going to be mod support. Now it would be fucking suicide if Bethesda didn't allow mod support. I'm a PC player, but at least being able to have the PS4 and Xbox mods for those guys would be great just because they're used to it, the special edition. But in terms, for me and PC players, you gotta allow mods. I mean, that's what keeps your games living at this point. If Skyrim would be a fucking wasteland if there was no mod support. Um, and it would kill off your game. This is going to transfer into number three, which is the microtransactions. Bethesda has gone really balls deep on them recently. They are doing in Rage 2 because the Bethesda has their own publishing city. You got to remember that that's where all the shit takes place, basically. They're making in Rage 2 a single player game have payable cheat codes, which is kind of stupid. It's a single player game. I don't think there should be any microtransactions unless if the DLC is completely free. I'm not sure if DLC is completely free in Rage 2, but I digress. One thing, yeah, that's one thing I'm really, really worried about. I don't care about the Creation Club. If you do whatever you do right now, that's fine. Console players, especially PS4 players, could take advantage of that. But for me personally, I don't really care. I'm sure they're not making a whole lot of money off of it, at least in the PC community. I'm sure they're making fucking bank on PS4 specifically because they have a really shitty modding system on PS4 over there. Because I don't think they allow extended scripts or whatever, and Xbox is still not even that good. Um, but anyway, yeah, so just don't fuck up the microtransactions, please. I'm fine with Creation Club. I don't really give a shit. That's fine. But as long as you allow external mod support, I don't care. So go ahead and do that if you want to. Number four is going to be dumbing down RPG mechanics. They have done this with Skyrim from Oblivion, and I believe they even did that from Oblivion to Morrowind, and they did that from Fallout 4 to Fallout 3, or you could say New Vegas too, but that's not a Bethesda developed game. It is Softworks, but not the actual developer. Um, and, I don't think we should dumb it down because they did that with Fallout 4, and that was one of the biggest complaints of that game. Even though I love Fallout 4, I can't help but admit that that was a huge mistake with the game, is that the game just didn't feel like an RPG game anymore. It felt more like an action game with some RPG mechanics in there. Um, it would be a huge deal if they were to dumb it down even further. I think that it would be a terrible fucking idea to do that. Um, and just don't dumb it down. You're gonna get a lot of negative people if you do end up dumbing that down. And Fallout 4 sold a shitload, right? But at least give a shit about that. And yeah, that's a pretty, standard one. Anyway, next one, the final one is gonna be the voice actors. A big problem I had with Skyrim was just the lack of voice actors. There were so many NPCs that just sounded the same. And obviously you're gonna not have enough voice actors to individually voice every NPC in the game. But it would be nice if you got more than you did with Skyrim because a lot of the Nords, the male Nords sounded pretty much the same. And a lot of the voices just were very samey. Um, so it would be great if you were to add more voice actors to the mix, and be able to, you know, get the game, have more people speaking and stuff like that. So yeah, and this will also combine greatly with NPC scanning because I don't believe they're probably gonna scan a shitload of people for that. Um, Probably not all the NPCs in the game, but they're gonna scan a fuckload of them. And yeah, so I think that's gonna be about it. This game it looks like it's gonna be great. I'm really excited for it. We are gonna see a sneak peek, I believe, of photogrammetry and shit like that, and Starfield. Sorry. Which is probably going to come out in like 2021. I would think maybe even 2020. I doubt it. If they're not going to show it off at E3 this year, I doubt it's going to. Although Bethesda is typically does that, even with like Fallout 4, they released that game at 5 months after the E3 presentation, and it made bank for them. But anyway, yeah, it's going to be it. So if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Whatever you do to support your channel is greatly appreciated. And yeah, peace.